St. Patrick's Day 2022. The first calls on the Eastland Complex fire began. What eventually became a blaze that would claim more than 54,000 acres and several dozen homes started out as several smaller fires, growing into one much larger force.
I think it's forever etched in our minds. It's one of those that we'll always remember.
The community of Carbon caught in the center of the blaze. Volunteer Fire Chief Jody Forbes remembers the day clearly.
You just kind of kick into a new mode. A lot of these fires will come late in the day, and you've worked all day and you're tired, and when that pager goes off, you get that second wind immediately.
If you pass through Carbon now, bright green fields and blue skies show no sign of what transpired 3 months before.
And a lot of them are asking, well, where did the fire burn? Because the grass greened up.
But if you look closely, you can still see touches of the fire's reach. Chief Forbes says the town is still in the early stages of recovery.
A lot of them are frustrated, because there wasn't, federal help. There is some state stuff. We want people to come back to Carbon, and that's just going to take it's going to take some time.
The Eastland Complex fire and the one in Taylor County, the Mesquite Heat fire, we're still just seeing extreme drought conditions.
KTAB meteorologist Kaylee Thomas recalls what that weekend was like too. Very dry, with little relief in sight.
You feel kind of hopeless when you're just sitting here in the weather center and you're like, hey, it's still going to be dry the next few days. It's still going to be dry the next few weeks.
History repeating itself this past week as the Mesquite Heat fire sparked in Taylor County, so far burning more than 10,000 acres and at least 20 homes.
You wake up and you see low relative humidity, southwest winds, dry line, just drought that just won't let go, and it's like, okay, here we go again.
Eastland County firefighters were soon on the road to assist Taylor County responders, repaying the assist given to them just several weeks before.
From Carbon, we sent 2 brush trucks. We saw help come from all over the state. So, it's just the thing you want to do whenever you see a fire like that kick off. Your natural reaction is to send help.
In Gorman, just outside of Carbon, the Mesquite Heat fire also stirred memories for Jonathan Fenley.
I don't think people understand how much it actually burned very fast.
Flames creeping too close to their property, Fenley trading phone calls with his mom, Sheriff's Deputy Sergeant Barbara Finley, then his brother.
Just kind of, hey, this is what's going on. I got to direct traffic. I get another phone call from my brother. Hey, I'm trapped.
His brother would get out safely by the end of the night, but the morning would unveil another concern for his family.
Whenever the next morning came around and we hadn't heard from her, I think it's really when we started worrying. My stepdad called either dispatch or maybe one of the deputies that morning, and they put out a search for her. And then within 45 minutes to an hour, we had found out that she had passed away.
Sergeant Fenley passed while evacuating residents, making the ultimate sacrifice an officer can to keep others safe.
I have 2 kids now, and I know we have another little cousin that loved her to death. Just not seeing her interact with them has probably been one of the hardest things.
Her story is one to remember during wildfires anywhere, because beyond the headlines and dramatic video are real people who sometimes don't make it home to their people.
Losing her smile and just being the person that she was, not seeing that every day.
And with responders still out ready to make that same sacrifice if needed, the son of a fallen officer wants them to know.
I just hope that the people out there doing it, police officers, firemen, everything, stay safe. I know they're doing their job though, but I hope that no one has to go through that.
In Eastland County, with coverage you can count on, Mercedes Hernandez, KTAB News.